Hello, subscribers. Hello, viewers. Hello, passerbyers. I want to thank you guys for the wonderful compliments that me and my husband got last night for our little family. My husband's like, "Oh, someone said I look good." I said, "Yeah, he's so excited." Yeah. Thank you. I do want to do a few shout outs to some of my supporters. Oh my God, you guys are just wonderful. I reached 1,000, so I'm like really excited about it. If I never get like another one, which I would love to, I am happy with my 1,000. Like, I'm so excited. So I wrote down some things tonight so I wouldn't be all over the place, because sometimes I can be. And I figure if I write it down, I won't miss anything. Okay. So let's start off with, well, it was said that you recall during just Harry's book and just everything that the royal family was trying to do to help Meghan. Like, Kate went to the tennis match. She, her kids were in the wedding. Charlotte was actually in the wedding. You have to ask someone to do that. And for Kate to say yes, Meghan didn't say anything about that. Of course not. Because everything that she does is, I'm starting over. Everything she does is, she doesn't think about anyone else. She's always thinking just about herself. And so she never thinks outside that box, because if she did, then you would hear some of the appreciation for things that she thinks that she's entitled to, such as like I said, asking Kate, will Charlotte be in your wedding? And not just Charlotte, Harry's entire family in the institution was there. They rolled out the red carpet for Meghan, rolled it out, and gave her everything and anything that she thought she needed or wanted. I remember that day because I was so excited about the wedding, and I was sitting on the bed and I was just like, wow, I bet she's like nervous, scared, probably just don't know what to do, and freaking, thinking all these things, and no. And just excited about the world. What the world would be watching me. Like, this is crazy. Like, I would just been like, that would have scared me. Like, that alone would have just, I would have been like, I ain't okay. You're going to have to give me some type of something to relax me, because this is just not what I'm used to. So the point is that she didn't appreciate anything that they did for her. She was expecting it. It was almost like she was comparing her and Harry's relationship to William and Kate's, which they're on totally different spectrums altogether, because William is the future king and Kate is the future queen. So there's a different level of respect there. So when Harry was like, she didn't bow to them when they came in the front door, she should have, when they first met her. She should have. That would have been the most respectful thing to do, but let's move on. Because, so during that time, Meghan was comparing her relationship with Harry to theirs. And it's different. And so, was that what Harry was trying to tell us? That Meghan opened his eyes to see that he should have the same amount of stuff as William? He didn't need a level of things before Meghan came along, but it was always equal. Or more when Meghan came on the scene, because when the drama began in the family and nobody could sleep because Meghan was up at 2 o'clock in the morning and knocking on their door, talking about the presses, talking about put something out in the paper. Like, she was a menace to society when she first walked into his life. And then what Harry fails to realize is that he put that responsibility on his family. And then when they took on the responsibility to try to please this woman, Meghan, that they were never going to be able to please, that's the point, that's the topic. They were never going to be able to please Meghan, ever. Harry's not able to please her. So how were they going to be able to please her? But the thing is that she expected it. Why were you expecting them? Why were you expecting the Queen to sue the Daily Mail for you? Why were you expecting Harry to run over there to the royal lawyer to put out a statement about Compton? Like, in the tiara, and the bridesmaid dresses, and the crying. You know, the task, Harry, that you put on your family when you introduced her to them was enormous. Was more than just a task. It was like unbelievable you couldn't do it kind of thing. Excuse my area. Okay. I have to do it where I can. I'm hiding from the baby because she'll find me. She will find me, I'm telling you. So the main point of this particular point I'm making is that they were never going to be able to please Meghan because Harry's not able to do that. And no matter what they did or gave or provided for her and tried to make her feel like she was one of them, it was never going to be enough because Meghan was putting her agenda into play when she was dating Harry. And she was not going to give that up no matter how nice or how sweet or how kind or how giving the royal family was. She was going to find a reason to want Harry to leave his family behind so that she could come to Hollywood. And Harry blames his family. It's your fault, Harry, that you brought her into your family and stirred it up the way it is. Your father is going to be crowned king. I don't think that your grandmother would appreciate at all that you and Meghan are trying to just debacle. But you're not, because you can't. Guess what? Found out that their popularity is under Andrew's now. Andrew was all like cast out. Like, you're out. Like, you can't get in the door. Don't you come back, kind of thing. And they still trying to figure out what to do with Andrew. Because you can't kick Andrew out in the street. Listen. Andrew did some bad things. Yes, he did. But where is he going to go? Like, that's his family. That's where he lives. So they were talking about, well, he needs to leave this particular location. Oh, okay. Like, that's going to make a difference. He done already been stripped and shamed, and he all but in jail. Other than that, you know, I'm sure he's living hell. But guess what? These two popularity is below theirs in the United States of America. Here, below Andrew's. Here's the kicker. Who would pay or go and listen to these two say anything about anything that we would even believe or hear or want to receive from them? So they're going to be downtown Dallas at the convention center. That's probably not going to be big enough for Meghan. She's probably going to need the W. So they're going to open up the W for her, or the Anatole. The Anatole. One of them. She's going to be speaking, doing a speaking engagement. No one's going. Test it. Harry and Meghan needs to test their popularity and see if they can continue this circumcision. And I figured out the word because I wasn't saying it correctly. I was calling it Tata, but his see, I didn't forgot already, Todger or something. Like, why am I talking about why am I talking about Harry's penis and his brother's circum? See, that's what I'm talking about. And Harry didn't think anything was wrong with this. Oh, listen, my 2-year-old know that this wasn't right. Let me check my notes because I want to keep going. I also was going to say something about some things that's going on over here in the United States, but we'll see how long this video goes. If it's too long, I'll do it on something else. Okay. I don't want to say their names and disrespect them, and I want to do this a lot. I want to shout out to my supporters, but I'm going to spell their name. INDIE 117. Thanks for the comments. I appreciate it. And I'm going to spell this other person's name because I don't want to mispronounce it. FATOU. And I'm thinking it's Batu. So sorry if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. And last name is Jerma, JAMMEH. Sorry if I'm butchering it. And I won't do it again. I won't do a shout out again if I can't get this right. Because I don't want to disrespect anyone's name or them. Because I really do appreciate the support. It just means a lot to me. And I have a lot more. Like, it's just so many of you guys. And I kind of just want to put you in the community and just list you all. Anyway. Okay, I saw something on YouTube earlier today, and this was just like, wait a minute. And so it was the car scene. Okay, Meghan was in this movie. I don't know the name of it, and I don't care, and that's not important. It is, so you guys can look it up. But just look up Meghan in the car scene. So Meghan is in the car, and she's like taking her head down. And you don't see it anymore. And there's a guy in the driver's seat. Meghan is in the passenger seat. And so I don't know if she's a prostitute or what. Because I didn't go into that detail. But all I know is that she's in a car with a guy. And she goes down and she pops back up. And he's like, get back down there, I think, or something like that. She's, doing that to him, God, I can't say it. YouTube may kick me off. Just picture it, he's in the driver's seat, she's in the passenger, and her head is in his lap. There we go. And his pants is down. How about that? That's as good as I can go. And I know this is old, but I didn't get to talk about it. But she disses Deal or No Deal. And the people that were on there were pissed off about that because, that was their job. That was their money making. And we didn't look at them as anything but beautiful women with suitcases. That's it. That's it. We didn't like Whoopi Goldberg said, we're not looking at those women in a degrading way, Meghan. But it couldn't have been too degrading. You were there for a whole year. And then you didn't talk about the car scene, though. Why you didn't talk about that? Now, that would have been something to talk about. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to Meghan. Just be real. You know what? She might even be likable. You think? Oh, my God. She might be someone of character. Someone that we could really relate to. Someone that's, really could shine. That's not too late. She needs some counseling, but it's not too late because let me tell you something. If she was on her Spotify like she was, and she had said, you know what, I did this movie and I had to, literally, perform oral sex. There it is. I can say that. Sorry. I'm new. This is a new channel. Because I'm not deleting this video. Not for that. So she was giving him oral sex. There we go. And why didn't she use that on her Spotify? Like, that would have been a great topic. That would have been interesting. And you know what? I would have listened. And I would have watched the next, and then she could have had her father on there reuniting. I mean, let me tell you something. She could have made her money back. She didn't have to do it by going after the royal family. I don't want to switch the subject, but I want to so bad. I'm going to come back to it. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, she didn't have to do that. She could have used the car scene, the oral sex car scene, for her Spotify. And then I would have said, wow, that's her being real. But then it comes out in the newspaper and stuff. And I'm sure Harry was like pissed, or just like, okay, Meghan, you didn't tell me about this. But, okay. I want to go back to, I was watching this show today, Dan Wooden, I believe it was him. But there was this lady on there called Teresa, and I believe that's her name, but she's one of Meghan's major supporters. I think she's from England, but she was on a show, and she was talking about how this was the only way that Meghan and Harry could make their money. Okay, sorry. This was the only way that they could make their money. The only way. And one of the other journalists said, no, this is not the only way they could make money. There's a lot of different ways they could have made money. Point in case, what I just said about the Spotify. About, maybe having her dad on there, maybe having Samantha on there apologizing or something like that, saying she didn't know, she was afraid. No, that's not happening. Let me move on. I'm not deleting this video. I don't care what I look like. I do, but this is good. I just want to, I want to get this out. This is good. And besides, Daddy is watching a little bit, she coming. Okay, so I'm at the end, the car scene and popularity. Okay, I'm done with Meghan and Harry, and I'm shutting this video down. I am gonna do one on Don Lemon and also Donald Trump. I feel like I should just go ahead and say it now. Let me just go ahead and say it now. We don't need to split things up. I'm gonna my title is everything. So, Candace Owens, which I've done a video about her, and I'm a fan and I'm not a fan. Like, I'm a fan and I'm not a fan. She's one of those people. and it's sad because you want to like her and then you're like, she pissed me off. But that's what I think kind of makes her great. Starting to figure that out, because she defended Don Lemon, which I thought she was going to call him sexist and all kinds of stuff. No, she said exactly what I said, sort of. She said that it is what it is. It was true. What Don Lemon said was true. And it wasn't anything wrong with what he had said about that particular incident, which was women over 50 are no longer, sometimes I say it incorrectly, that you're no longer in your prime, or you're out of your prime, something like that. And then the two ladies next to her, Poppy and Caitlyn, kind of looked at him and sneered at him, like, how dare you say that? And now he's got to undergo some stupid stuff. Like, listen, Don, leave. Get away from CNN. Just leave, leave, leave. Get out of there. You are better than them. You are so much better than CNN. It's over. I mean, I just would go. Because you're not going to call me into the principal's office, CEO Chris, and then scold me on something that is correct and true, and then make me an apologize, which I hate that Don Lemon did. And then, about something that is actual factual. And that's what Candace said about it was factual. So why would he have to go through these tests, and he's on probation, and listen, give me my package. Give me my little, because I know he get a sweet one. So if they fire him, whatever, he's still going to get a good chunk. And then I would get out of there. Because CNN, listen, I'm not watching it anymore. I'm not. Just for that reason right there, I am done with CNN. And, oops, Don, I won't be able to see you, but you're going to have to get a new channel. Not that who cares about, you know what I'm saying? It's just one person. Trump, Donald J. Trump. Woo! So I walk in the living room, right? My throat is a little dry. I like my Michelob Ultra. I haven't had one in a while. So I walk in the living room. My husband's watching the news, not CNN, the M1. I don't want to say it wrong. Be laughed at. Not CNN, but the other one. And so Donald Trump, there was something, it was a tragedy. There was a train that derailed in Ohio. And Donald Trump goes down there because Joe Biden is he's in Afghanistan. No, he is not in Afghanistan. He's in, yes, that's where, no. Ukraine, shoot. See, it's a lot to remember. I need to write this stuff down. Anyway, Joe Biden is in Ukraine trying to figure out a strategy. I'm sure this is my own thought and opinion to see what we can do. Of course, the Republicans don't want that to happen, so they over there whining. And so, Donald Trump has announced that he's going for, he's running for president. Listen, I don't mean to be disrespectful or rude or whatever. And I said this before because, and I was like so shocked. Donald Trump is not going to win. I said that. And he did. I woke up the next morning and he had won a long time ago. No. He will not win this election. It's just the odds are so against him. So, but this is his attempt. You cannot tell me this is Donald Trump's attempt for voters. And what I love about him is that he's just real. Donald Trump is not fake. He's not pretending. He can't act a different kind of way. This is just his personality. It just, I don't think he meant any harm, but I do know that he go for digs. So Donald Trump goes over there with water with his name on it. Trump water. Trump water. And he tells them, I got a truckload of water. I got a plane full of water. I got bottles of water. It's Trump water. You making water now, Trump? Or did you purchase it? Donald Trump must have purchased it. And you see, like he's on this news announcing it. You got to look it up. Look it up. Donald Trump, listen, Donald Trump in Ohio. You will see it. The gentleman next to him just puts his head down. Watch him. He puts his head down and just be like, I can't believe he just said that. But that's not all he said. He talked about Joe and how Joe was supposed to be there or something like that, and he wasn't there. I'm ad-libbing. Then he starts going off into political rant too, like he did at Diamond's funeral. Pull that one up too. Donald Trump, Diamond's funeral, and then Ohio press conference with Donald Trump. He's an embarrassment though. It's like, but he's just being him. Like, Donald Trump wanted everybody to know that he bought the water. Okay, Trump. And he wanted us to know that he was in Ohio and he was taking care of the people. This is my problem with Donald Trump, is that he has one audience, and I don't know what that audience is. It's like he's talking to one person, and no one else is in that room but him and that person. It just feels like he's not talking to me. When he was president, I said, he ain't talking to me, is he? When Joe Biden is talking, it feels like he's talking to me. Like he's trying to tell me that I got your back. I got you covered. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to do as best I can to make sure that I reach every aisle, everywhere. I'm not just one person's president. I'm everybody's president. I believe Joe, and this is not a Joe praise or whatever, but he's doing a hell of a job. Just saying. And Fox News even said something about it. They were like, no, maybe he shouldn't have did that. Listen, subscribers, you know me. This is who I am. I am just... I'm a housewife until I go back to work. I just grab a place in the house to do it, and hopefully it's decent enough to be on camera. And I really appreciate all of you. I really do. And this is a long video, so maybe I'll skip a couple of days so you guys can like chop it up. I do apologize for that, but I hope I entertained you for the whole 27 minutes. I love you guys.